Hello again. I'm doing a little day in the life during the week. Thought it could be cool. Show what, like, how I balance work and training and just life in general. There's nothing really social happening today. It's just all go, go, go. Yeah, so on the schedule, we've got 5:30 wake up to get to Sanford at 7, and then I've got 3 hours to do with explosive power development, which I'll do up Mount Me. And then straight after that I'm going to the gym, straight after the gym I'm going to work, and then I'm going back home. So big day. Means I've left home at 6 and I'll get home at 6:30. I had to pack everything this morning and last night as well. I had to be extra prepared, but this is what we've got working with us. Bags on bags on bags, lunchbox, so everything's ready to go. But yeah, let's go. Alright, I just drove road from Sanford to Dayborough, and now I'm at Mount Me and I'm about to start my set, but I don't really want to take my camera up Mount Me with me because it's kind of heavy, so I'm gonna try find somewhere to like wrap my camera in my vest and then just leave it there for like 40 minutes and then I'll come back and grab it, and hopefully it just doesn't get stolen. I've done that before at Cootha and it's way busier at Cootha. So today's sets are 2 by 21 minutes, and each 21 minutes is 2 minutes at VO2, 6 minutes at tempo, 1 minute at VO2, 5 minutes at tempo, 1 minute at VO2, 5 minutes at tempo. So it's gonna be a hard one, but keen. Alright, those are my sets done. First one I stayed in the zones, and then second one I pushed it a bit, which felt nice. So on the way to the gym, I'm running a little bit late, but that's okay. I'll just have to do, I've got easy gym anyway, so it'll be like a half an hour long session. But I just picked up this from the servo for a little post-ride snack. Always super important to get in, obviously, your protein if you're doing a session straight after or on the same day. It's important to get that protein within like a half an hour window of finishing a ride if you have a session in the afternoon or straight after, to let your muscles recover. But I did not realize it would take so long to get to Indooroopilly from Sanford. It's like a 40-minute drive, so I'm only going to get there at 11:23, and then I'm just going to have to zoom and then get ready really quickly. Might not even have time to like do my hair or makeup, so work is just going to have to deal with it, but it'll be okay. And then I've packed snacks in my lunch for later on today, so I'll probably just eat that in the car. I also had to eat my breakfast in the car, so I feel like this whole day is just going to be me eating my food in the car because I have no time, but that's fine. Oh great, and now there's roadworks. You're kidding. There was roadworks on, what is it called? It's like Mount Sampson Road or something, the road that you take out to Mount Me. I swear there's roadworks everywhere in Brisbane at the moment, even on Nebo. Like there's 2 sets of roadworks now on Nebo, and it just sucks because it means that you can't do like smooth power. But thank God today it like turned green just as I went past it, so we were fine. We kept the smooth power. I reckon that was my favourite session so far, to be honest. Like I loved the sort of long effort climb, even though I'm not really a climber, but I just like it. And I ended up setting a 20-minute power PB, so let's get it. That's a good sign because I've basically had 3 days off the bike after Tour de Brisbane. Well, not off the bike, but I had a day off and then 2 days of an hour Rico, so I feel like I've done nothing. Tour de Brisbane and Oshie's went really well. Oshie's I was 6th under 23 and 13th overall. It was really hard. The girls that came like first, second, and they did amazing, like far out, kudos to them. And then I was sort of in the second bunch. When I first finished the race, I wasn't really happy with it because I was cramping quite bad the last 2 laps. And there's a photo of me like bending over at the finish line because I had a hamstring cramp, which is so funny. So yeah, I wasn't really happy with it. I was still like buzzing obviously because I just love like the post-race feeling. But then one of my friends like called me and they were like, oh my god, you got 6th under 23, and I'm like, oh shit, that's actually like not that bad for my first road race. So it was okay. Honestly, I was not happy with the TT. I came 5th out of 7. And it was just like, I don't know, I got fitted to my TT to get like a little bit more aero, and I haven't done a session in that position yet, like in terms of an actual interval session. I've done Rico rolls on it and stuff, but that was about it. So we're not actually sure if I can still push out the same power in this new position. So we're going to do a little test and do a session that I did a few weeks ago with my old position and see if I can still hit the same power. And if I can, that means maybe my TT power just isn't that good and we need to work on it, or if it is a lot lower, then maybe we go back to my old position and just try and make it more aero in different ways. And then Tour de Brisbane, it was a very easy race. Pancake flat for the women because we didn't get a Kooth climb. There were a lot of attacks, but they got covered within like a few minutes every time because it was just the peloton was moving too quickly or people just bridged the gap. So it ended up being a bunch sprint. So I came 20th in that out of I think like 50 or 60 girls. I actually ended up doing a spin afterwards with some friends as well because the race we were finished by 8 AM and I feel like I'd done nothing, so we just did a little spin. And what's so funny is that I did like just a random sprint and my max power for that ride was higher than my max power for the actual race, which I'm just, like, how does that even work? That's sort of an update on my weekend, but keen to rip in again at Grafton in a week and a half. It's gonna be a long weekend of driving, but that's okay. I think Abby's coming with me so we can carpool and chat shit. Out of the gym, and I've got for lunch like a pasta salad sort of thing with some leftover chicken from last night. It's got pasta, chicken, cucumber, tomato, and like a balsamic dressing sort of thing. I'm at work. I'm super lucky I get like a end of trip facilities area. So we've got showers here, hair dryers, irons, hair straighteners, toilets, everything. So whenever I don't have time to go home, I just come here and I shower after a ride. You know that it might, there was so and wasted something happened. Well, she's just a something. We finally finished work. The best feeling ever is taking my hair out of that bun and putting it in just a messy little updo. I have decided in the past few weeks that I'm going to continue renting a car park in the city because it's a lot easier and a lot more time efficient than catching public transport. Even if I do catch public transport, I need, whoa, sorry. Even if I do catch public transport, I still need to drive and park somewhere close to the city because there's actually no public transport where I live. The only public transport is a taxi. It's like a taxi van. It's every day. This taxi goes from like through Brookfield and then it goes and it drops everyone to Kenmore or Brookfield and then they catch a bus from Brookfield or Kenmore. So it's a bit of a trek. Very ideal for cycling though because there's absolutely no traffic lights, so perfect in that way. Training for this weekend is 3 hours on Saturday, but I can't race locally because the Sunshine Coast Women's Tour is on and they don't allow you to race within 100 kilometers of that race, and the entries have already closed anyways. No, I think I'm just gonna do like a little Nevo chop and then call it a day. Sunday I have 5 hours. And I'm so keen for that because it's the first time I've done 5 hours with my new coach, and also first time I've done 5 hours since I quit triathlon and started cycling full time. So, I mean, I've done 4.5, like it's not even that different, but it feels different. Home and straight into comfy clothes. The comfiest thing I own. Got, of course, the Uggs. Can't go wrong. Papa. Spa.
Pollen filter.
always have to finish with something sweet. Usually at night I have this little spot in my room that I just sit in and I roll, like with my that sounded funny. I just roll around. No, I have like a trigger ball and a roller, and then I just roll out my legs, sometimes my back, anything that hurts basically. But today, honestly, I just feel like putting my legs up a wall, so I'm gonna do that for like half an hour and then probably go to sleep. This little day in the life has been quite hectic. This probably isn't usually what my days look like, but I had to squeeze in a lot today. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Just finished dinner with the fam. Ciao, until next time.